that even many, many Reformed have bought into the false idea that the Old Testament is passé. And then I ask people, if they continue to argue, I ask them, okay, tell me, where did Jesus ever abrogate the Old Testament? Well, they cannot point to anything. They just keep repeating like parrots, but it's Old Testament. And it's not because they mean bad or they want to be mischievous or something, but it has so immersed the Western church that we have been led to believe that the Old Testament has nothing to tell us about the New Testament. And we have bought in to the heresy of Marcion in the early church, who thought there were two different gods. And the one in the Old Testament we do not like. The kind one in the New Testament, called Jesus, that's the one we like, and we discard of the Old Testament. And if you ask these people, they will say, well, yes, I mean, Israel killed many, many people when they went into the promised land, and it was still not enough for God. That's a God I don't like. Well, newsflash. It was Jesus Christ who commanded that. Everything you read about God in the Old Testament was also Jesus Christ. And that is the misapprehension, that is the misunderstanding. And therefore they think they first get rid of the Old Testament and then they construe this sugar-sweet Jesus Christ who is always agreeable to everything we do and thinks we're just the cutest. And they do not understand that one day he will come back and his sword will be dripping with the blood of the unconverted. And he will avenge the glory of God. This is how wrong Western Christianity has gone for almost 200 years now. And now we see the effects. It has dripped into the most conservative Reformed churches. Others have counter-reacted. They have seen the problem rightfully, but they've counter-reacted. And there's no room for grace in those churches anymore because we do not want to go there. You see the pendulum, it swings back and forth. We seem to never get it right.